Hello everybody, Jayborino here. I'm going to be returning to Shadow of Liberty, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2 created by PowerCore X64. The 10th mission's been released, and that is Breath of Creation. So if we just recap real briefly what we know of this campaign so far, there's an antagonistic group called the Shadow Raiders, I believe. And we currently are playing a group of ghosts, and they've linked up with Jim Raynor, and Jim Raynor has a brother at this point, so the implication would be that at some point he's going to be killed or removed from the narrative, because this takes place, I believe, between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. So that's going to be intriguing, and I believe one of the ghosts, Victor, is playing both sides. I'm still not clear on what his ultimate goal is, but he did betray the Raiders last time. Alright, let's get started. After demolishing the Soul Raiders' operations on Gehoth, with the assistance of Slick's brood, Jones wishes to recollect his lost memories to unveil his forgotten past. Jones suggests to dosing himself with Terrazine being the best course of action. Together, Jones and Slick head to Habos, the nearest planet which contains Terrazine. Jones only knows one thing about Habos, Tal'Darim-occupied surface. Now on Habos, Jones prepares to collect its provisions. Your enemy will relentlessly assault your base with powerful forces. Leave half or more of your forces to supplement your base's defenses. It's recommended that you start the main objective first. Okay. What were we playing this on? I imagine hard. Newly established hive cluster. So this campaign we were playing from multiple perspectives. The last mission was Terran, so we're back to Zerg. The Tal'Darim should have detected us by now. Not a chance. The Zerg are technologically superior towards the Protoss. As much as I want that to be true, the Protoss are superior towards both the Terran and the Zerg. That is a lie. One of my Zerglings told me. I don't know what Kerrigan taught you, but a very important lesson about being a leader is that you don't trust one of your minions with an IQ of 1. Yes, my lord. Now I understand why Kerrigan abandoned you on NetMac, and why you pledged your services to me. You're stupid, and she didn't want your stupidity within the swarm. And I may do the same if this nonsense continues. Understood. Good. Now. Oh, the Zerg want to mess with me? With me? I'll show him who's bossatronyo. Show him what happens when you mess around with good old Kenny. Kenny. Terrans occupy this world. Interesting. They must have wiped out the Tal'Darim defenders. This doesn't change our plans at all. We attack the Terrazine extraction sites and collect what has already been extracted. Maybe we could extract Terrazine from the other side of the planet. The Zerg don't have the technology to extract Terrazine. And what did I say about this nonsense, Slick? Sorry, my lord. I'm only trying to be helpful. Then be helpful in shutting up. You tell her. Now, let's move forward. Excuse me. Oh! We have defilers. Dark Swarm, baby. Let's go. With Jones's brood absorbed by Slick's brood, they have introduced new strange to Jones's brood. For example, queens have given up their attack for the spawn larva ability. Because of this, they will not be selected if you use the army button. No! Swarm queens, no! They're so good. Jones is no longer hindered by Kerrigan's psionic bombardments. Your supply cap is now 200 again. Oh yeah, wasn't Kerrigan taken from us? Slick is the first broodmother Kerrigan created after the Brood War. Though she was very powerful, she lacked the knowledge for really anything. This weakness led to Kerrigan leaving her and her brood on NetMac. On NetMac, Slick created new strains of Zerg, hoping one day she would be accepted back into the swarm. While she was creating new strains on NetMac, the Soul Raiders saw this as a threat and ordered Gabe to incinerate the planet. Fortunately for Slick, Gabe ignored this order and went to Shakuras to steal Protoss knowledge necessary for their plans. Okay. And we have a new tech tree. Ultralisk Cavern, Greater Spire, so we can get pretty much everything. Okay, Jones, Slick. I don't remember what these folks do. We get improved overlords. That's nice. Birth Classic Queen versus... Oh, no, we do get Swarm Queens, but I don't think they're the Swarm Queens I'm thinking of. Okay, so we're supposed to be defending real hard. Can they get through here? No, that's a dead end. Okay, worth checking. Looks like we're safe everywhere except the front. Alright, Defiler, you will also be hotkeyed. Jones, what can you even do? Kinetic Blast is good, fungal growth.
Our time has come.
And then Slick grants this Reflective Carapace. Oh, 100 life. That's really good. That'd be really good for Zerglings, that's for sure. Okay, looks like we've got access to all sorts of stuff. I mean, Metabolic Boost is a start, or we just get melee attacks. We can get Ultralisk Caverns, Broodlords, all that stuff. And then the Defiler, I mean, we can just Dark Swarm to defend ourselves. It'll be very effective against Terran. Because other than Fire Bats, I don't think Terran have anything
Guide my brood.
melee besides Siege Tanks that can go through the Swarm, so that will work really well. I'm not sure what we'd use the Classic Queens for in retrospect. So I can only imagine that the Terrazine canisters aren't that well defended, especially if we're being encouraged to not... My lord, my overlords have located 2 Terran outposts. They don't seem to be a large threat, but if you could destroy them, I could send some of my brood to aid us. Okay, we'll definitely go for that.
The hunt continues.
Slick, I just want you to know that I didn't mean what I said earlier. I just want to connect the pieces to my past. Oh, don't roll it back. You're gonna be an asshole, be like, oh, I didn't mean it. So you're like a YouTube commenter. I can't imagine what you must be going through. Through serving the Swarm for a year now, this has caused the most pain. Don't worry, my lord. We'll find your past, I'm sure of it. Can we get Lurkers? I don't remember what our tech tree is like. What I'd love to do is find an expansion, or we just hang out in our base. Because what I'm thinking is we make a group of Broodlords, or just Mutalisks, and we go and try and snipe the objectives with Broodlords and Mutalisks, and then we just defend it home with a bunch of stuff. Lurkers are available. We definitely want those. That would be great. We have improved Overlords, so we don't have to worry that much about getting supply capped. Okay, let's get a Hydralisk Den, because if defense is going to be an issue, we want Lurkers, without a doubt. And as long as we have some Lurkers, and then we could swarm over them, no problem. I could get some Classic Queens just for fun. I think we do want a Swarm Queen, though, for Larva, and then we grab another hatchery as well, wherever we can fit it. We don't have too much space, but we don't need that much. We just can't make too many production structures, which is what the Queens will be for. We want to get this base saturated. Because I've been already thinking about... Oh, wait, no. We can't even make a Lurker Den, unless it's separate. Mutate Hydralisk Den into Lurker Den. That might just be a bug. No, we make a separate Lurker Den. That's my bad. I didn't realize. No, see, we still have Rapid Transfusion on cooldown. Are these slow off creep? I mean, no, these are basically Swarm Queens. No, that's still just as good as the old ones, but they can also birth larvae. Okay, we'll leave you at home, I guess, and we'll just turn off Rapid Transfusion. Kenny's Goons. I like it.
Speak freely.
Okay, Lurker Den is done. We don't really need the increased attack range, I don't think. Let's start getting some Lurkers and some more Hydralisks. So we needed the Hydra Den anyway because we needed to morph these. We have access to all sorts of upgrades here. It's just money's going to be a huge, huge, huge concern. And I would like a second hatchery, but we can't quite afford it. There's our Lurker. If they're not bringing detection, we'll be in great shape. Yeah, we don't need to increase the range of these at all. These are fantastic. Also, Slick has a lot of armor. Yeah, oh yeah, she'll be good, and I assume she gets armor from the Evo chamber, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think we're still kind of deciding what we want to do next. Let's just make some more Hydralisks. Again, if we're focused on defense... Oh, no, okay. They're just going to scan. I see. So we want to keep these behind our... We want to keep these behind our static defense. You live and learn. Ha! Ha-ha! Dark Swarm, baby. And we just get enough Lurkers. They won't be able to kill them in time is kind of the idea. We'll get +1. We'll get some more drones so that we can set up some more spine crawlers. Anti-air is is going to be a problem. Just because it said, just like look out for your defense, that does scare me a little bit. I guess maybe we do want to get range on these then. Does not hurt. It's kind of expensive though. And it said that you should focus on your defense primarily, and also that you should go for the other objectives, or the main objectives first, if you recall. So I'm keeping that in mind. Yeah, this is no joke. This is no joke. The attacks are very, very large. Just move the lurkers up a little bit. Might just need a few more of them. Now I'm pretty sure that the spine crawlers won't be enough, but the lurkers will be pretty good here. We'll get a few more spines. And I should get a few spores as well, just because I want to make sure that we don't get taken by surprise. Okay, and what do we want to make to go and attack? It also said on the loading screen to not worry so much about the optional objectives, to focus on the main objectives first. So I think we should go for these, like, go to this Terrazine canister, collect it, and then swing up and grab this Terran outpost. And then the same on the right side. We shouldn't go straight for the optionals first. That's how I understand this, at least. Okay, Kinetic Blast is good there. Yeah, our static defense is just going to get constantly roasted here. It's pretty incredible the amount that they're sending at us. And they come up and Yamato us too. What a bunch of jerks. Zerg's static defense is notoriously poor. I don't really rely on it. Again, though, I'm kind of deciding... Oh, my God. Oh, get out of here. Kind of deciding, though, like, what we want to focus on. What do we want to send out to take these bases? I guess let's just take an Overlord and just suicide... Ah, he's slow. Say, let's take an Overlord and suicide it in. We can also get Classic Queens to go and look. We could, like, mass spawn Broodling on the ground. That could be pretty fun. Let's just move on up a little bit. I think even more lurkers, honestly. If our focus is defense, this is what we'll need to do. Okay, yeah. A few more Hydralisks. Oh, yeah, this is good. Oh, my God, these attacks are just crazy. And they're going to keep Yamatoing us, which is a pain in the ass. There's really nothing we can do to stop them, either. We're going to continuously lose colonies. Okay, so... now we have Overlord speed. I just want to float over there and see what's there. Let's get some more Swarm Queens. There's other bases we can take at these areas. That doesn't look that bad. I think we're gonna do what I was considering, which is to make Overlords and Mutalisks. We could also just mass spawn Broodling, which would be insane. We gotta do missile attacks. We gotta do it. And then constantly keep an eye on our front door. I'm gonna get run out of money if we're not careful here, so let's be a little careful. We have to constantly be on the lookout for when we get attacked. That's good. Yeah, they're gonna keep scanning as well. If we just make a bunch of these... Okay, we're gonna get a hive. I don't see an option to make a greater spire. Do we have to build it separately? Alright, let's get a hive. It made it seem like we'd be able to... I don't know. I have no idea. Let's just make some more queens as well and leave them on Transfuse Autocast to repair up our colonies.
Our time.
And queens will provide the anti-air that we need as well. Oh, look out, buddy. Jeez, oh man. I mean, at least Slick is really powerful. Slick is very, very powerful, so I'm very happy about that. You all are going to be lurkers. When the hive is done, let's cross our fingers and hope that we can get a greater spire. No, we can't. So I thought we could make Broodlords. Do we make them separately? Guardians would be the better choice anyway. It said we could make broodlords, couldn't we? From corruptors. Okay, let's get a couple. Let's get a couple at least. Get out of here. Can Slick not attack air? That's kind of strange. Got lots more lurkers. Just make a couple colonies to sit in front and ensure that they don't get smoked right away. So Spire, let's level up here. I think if these are the Guardians that can attack air, that would be sweet. He says long-range anti-ground fighter. But Broodlords are better in my opinion, but might be a little more expensive. Oh, but we can't get the Greater Spire. Alright, so we're going Guardian Corruptor. And we're going to go around and try and snipe the objectives. That's the goal here. And as expected, we're short on gas. Really short on gas. But we have extra money. We can make a few queens. Oh, those cost gas as well because they're swarm queens. Alright, that's okay. But my goal, like I was saying, we just come over here and we just spawn broodlings.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Or rather, we have to focus on this. Okay. So again, what I need, I just need like a strike force, and we'll be in good shape. These do not have very good vision, do they? Oh, can't target mechanical units. Get out of here. Okay, we'll just need, again, a few Guardians, and I think that that will be enough to do this. My heroes are enough at home. And with our extra gas, we just make Guardians. Never mind. We make Overlords. Been meaning to make another hatchery, so let's make that over here. Can these battlecruisers just seriously, like, fuck off? Please. Let's quick save. We're doing, like, Super Turtle here. We could make a ground force. It's not that far. One of our heroes is going to die when we aren't looking. I can almost guarantee it. Can these not attack air? What's happening? No, they can't attack at all. Okay. Let's make sure we keep making drones. Interesting tech path choices here. There we go. Or we just attack via ground. No, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. My god. Just lure them into the lurkers. They'll get absolutely roasted. That's pretty good. Again, it's the air units that scare me a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Just have the Corruptors follow the Guardians. We're going to have the Guardians just peck away at the static defense here. Then we'll swing up and call in our other buddies. Do we have Overlord Transport? That might work really well here by dropping. No. They're floating. They're floating. The unit models are huge for these, so they end up pushing themselves around. Okay, well, slowly but surely we'll get rid of this stuff. We could make more of these, or we make the ground army that I've been talking about. I think just the fact that so much stuff is coming and attacking us from the front, I'm really hesitant to, so I'd rather just make the Guardians. How much gas is left? There's a lot of gas here, so we can afford to do that. But we just need to make sure we keep making drones so that we can set up more colonies. These do not do that much damage. I would have expected them to do more. They really do not. I also don't know. I can't tell if they're rebuilding here or not. Obviously, taking this base would be really nice. Now, let's back up and wait. We can also get healed up. And we can use our Swarm Queens. Oh, get out of here. Okay. Okay, team, let's get back to it.
Mutation complete.
Oh, yeah, they just reinforced this like crazy. That's very unfortunate.
Not enough energy.
Oh my goodness.
Not enough energy.
I think I made a mistake with what I wanted to build here. I think I made a huge mistake. I didn't know what to expect. Ah, that's too bad. Alright, Jones back up. Yeah, now I have no idea what I want to do. Because the defense, the idea of what defense is needed on this map is extremely unreasonable to me. And you can't, like, move out and just, like, kind of take the objectives. You need a full army, and they constantly reinforce them. So it says, like, focus on the main objectives first, which really doesn't make sense. I think you take these out because that's what's reinforcing these groups at the main objectives. It's very close, though. I mean, we just need a full army to, like, push up these ramps. So I guess let's get our Zergling... Let's get a bunch of Zergling upgrades. We can get some Ultralisks, too. We can't really afford them. We're getting those flyer attacks. These Banshees are gonna drive me crazy. They truly are. Okay, I think we need more Queens because they heal up our medics. And I think we're also gonna need more Lurkers because we're losing some of ours. Also, the enemy seems to have unlimited scans. Like, they never run out. And I'm assuming that's intentional. I could try to spread the creep, but they're just going to scan for it. If we can get the tumors out far enough, though, to a point where they can't, where, like, when they're scanning to see uphill, they're beyond what they... Never mind. They can just see them. They can just see them. All right. See, I'm really hesitant to move out at all because I feel like we're not going to be able to make much progress, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything because we're going to run into these giant attacks. So, like, what can we realistically even do? Okay. I don't even want to make Lurkers. I don't even want to make them because the gas. I can't afford it. I am just truly at a loss on how to approach this. And why are our creep tumors not able to be burrowed?
I hear you.
It said, like, leave most of your stuff at home, but if we're moving down the center of the area, we should be okay, I imagine. What are these? Oh, it's the reskin Vikings. Those are cool. I was actually kind of shocked at how little damage the Guardians do. I would have really expected more. See, we have to attack through here, which is pretty rough. Getting rid of some of this pre-play stuff, though, is good. Okay, before they attack again, I guess we want to try to get over to this base.
I hear you.
Nope, 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 absolutely not. Have they reinforced this a ton? Or not? I can't tell. Now it seems like they haven't.
The high cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Oh, Jones. Okay. Let me think of a better strategy here. See, at first I thought we couldn't use Guardians because they reinforce so quickly, but then after they reinforced once, they stopped. And I think that's just hard mode. Hard mode, they reinforce once and then no longer do. But I'm not sure. Okay, we're back a little earlier from where I was because I just restarted the map entirely because I realized that I don't think that Guardian strategy was going to work. I didn't realize how short of a range the Guardians had compared to the bunkers. They just tended to float in range. So I got my defense set back up. I have way more Spore Crawlers this time as well. And also, I think I underestimated how powerful this reflective carapace is. It's extremely good, especially when you think about attacking with Zerglings and Mutalisks. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to do a Zergling Muta combination here. And I haven't seen any Thors, though the Jackson's Revenge do have that AoE attack that can really melt my Mutalisk, so we're going to have to be careful of that. But otherwise, again, we're going hard on Mutalisk upgrades, and then we're going to get some Zerglings. I've got my Lurker Queen Spore Crawler spam set up at the front, and then Jones I used to snipe battle cruisers. There's a lot of battle cruisers that come in. But I haven't been playing this for too long. I'd like to get +3 as well if we're going to do this, and I think I just need lots and lots of Zerglings. Okay, here they come. Another battle cruiser. Trying to kill those before they move in and end up Yamatoing any of my crawlers. But the Queens here to heal does give us a lot of some really good self-sustaining defense. So again, the Broodlords thing might just be a bug because we can't even make the Greater Spires. I would like them, but unfortunately not an option right now. Okay, let's see if we can kill this. See how it does auto-cast that as well when it gets close, even though there are no air units in range. So rather than trying to float over here, I'm going to use my ground units and go around along with the Mutalisk to take out the first main objective, because the score screen, or the loading screen said, hey, you should prioritize the main objective. Okay, so I think we can get +3, no problem. Even though it's expensive on gas, a lot of this costs so much gas. Adrenal Overload and Adrenal Glands, and they, like, both on top of each other would make Zerglings really good. I guess let's just start getting some of these. That's a good fungal growth right there. But the defense requires like 90% of our focus. So when we attack, it's going to be challenging to not lose track of our heroes. So I'm concerned about that. I just started an Overseer, which is probably for the best because we do need them. We're going to need at least one. I accidentally started that. So let's get pneumatized. We got +3 coming out for our Mutalisks, though our Zerglings aren't upgraded. So I'm going to get a second Evo chamber. We can start getting Zergling upgrades as well. And we don't want to F2. This is our attacking army that we're going to send out soon. And the sooner we can get that first objective, the better, I think.
We require.
It makes me think that there's going to be some sort of event that happens with the first objective. And we lost our first Spore Crawler. Yeah, these attacks are really starting to pick up. Let's use our... Yeah, run into him. There we go. Perfect. The Lurker spam is really good. Again, I don't think I have quite enough units yet. I'd rather just get these Zergling upgrades. Like, I think Hardened Carapace and Adrenal Glands is enough. We can get Adrenal Overload later. We know that there's resources we can take up at this base as well, so we'll focus on that next. Okay, our Lurkers are all super powerful, and I think soon enough we want to move out. And if we go with Slick and use that Reflective Carapace... Oh, she is a Detector. We don't even need an Overseer. Well, that's fine either way. Also, we're not spending as much gas as we were, just because we're not making those Guardians, which are 200... Isn't it 200 gas? Yeah, that's hugely expensive. Let's get a few more Mutalisks, and as long as we don't run into a Jackson's Revenge, we should be okay with that. These attacks are absolutely wild, though. Like, I'm shocked at how large these are. Are we near the... I mean, we're not near the end of the campaign. There's an entire Act 2, right? So, I'm intrigued by this design, but I feel like I'm basically forced into building a certain thing just because we don't... Even though we have 3 geysers, we can't build enough with the gas that we have available to us. Like, you have to make Mutalisks. You have to make things that are gas efficient. So, I don't know. I could go both ways on that. I think we have enough defense at home that if we wanted to attack... I wish the Queens retained their anti-air attack. That would be extremely useful. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. I think this is a decent force. It's a lot of medevacs. I guess we should go up and kill one. Because they may just be bringing old ones in with each of these attacks. They're just bringing different ones up every time. Same with the science vessels. Nice work, Jones. I was gonna say, how do they see up here? It's because there are medevacs. Please don't snipe me, bro. There we go. Okay, again, the Healing Queen's extremely useful. It's the anti-air that bothers me. I kind of want to wait for, like, the next Jackson's Revenge, because I know that that's the one thing that could really hurt me here with my Mutalisks. And Sundering Glaive is going to be real good. So many Marauders. Slick, go ahead and give us that extra HP. Okay, cool. So I think now we take what we've got, let's quick save, and go for the first objective.
Forward.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's wait for the Reflective Carapace. It's 10 seconds. That's pretty good.
Complete.
Nope, go this way. Okay, cool. We pushed through this pretty easily, actually. We could probably go for the bonus after we grab this. Take care of my Brood Slick. I'm taking a dose of Terrazine. You take. Oh lordy, we're getting hit by a bunch of stuff right now. Welcome to the UED, Jones. I'm glad you decided to join our military. Happy to be a part of it. This is the first step in avenging my family. Those communists will pay. Communists, huh? Indeed they will, Jones. Indeed they will. Now, just before I set you loose, I want to talk to you about something. Yes? I heard your niece wanted to join our ranks. She shows great promise. I was informed by all her teachers that she has A+ all around. Hasn't missed a beat, has she? She's the smartest and most athletic woman I know, although she's 15. I think she'd be a great addition to the UED. We're gonna conscript a 15-year-old? I will discuss this with the other leaders shortly. Oh, Jones, just know that you have made quite the impression on me. Know that I will always trust you no matter what you do. Oh, Jones. That's saying a lot, Ethan. Let's get a room. I know. I barely gave this much praise to someone, but you, Jones, you're something extraordinary. That's why you're an exception. Wink. Okay.
I hear you.
What did you see, my lord?
Keep your mind clear.
Alright, we gotta get back to base. Oh, we gotta get back now. Oh, they rebuild? No! I saw the leader of the UED, Ethan. He enlisted me into the UED. Anything else? We spoke of my niece and how perfect she was.
I hear you.
Oh, these poor Mutalisks.
Forward.
I need more Terrazine. I need to know what happens. Are these Mutalisks stuck forever? Oh, no, they're out. Okay.
Our victory is assured.
I'd love to take this base, but I am admittedly afraid to. Jones, you're going to sit at home. The rest of my units are going to sit there. We just have to rebuild spore colonies at this point, and we'll be in good shape. I think. Another Jackson's Revenge. Please. Please, Jackson's Revenge. Stop it. Stop doing that. Jones, no. Ah! Ah! Jesus. Ah. Wait, what? Why do we have a Leviathan now? Oh, he's crazed. Jones is crazed, trying to gather Terrazine to restore his memories. He has spawned a Leviathan as a location that you are able to control. When the Leviathan takes too much damage, it will warp back to heal. Try planning your attacks around the Leviathan. So what I'm going to do is camp this here. Is Nakaria up here too? Okay, good. Because what I want to do is try to just sneak a drone over here and take this base. If it makes it, I don't know. It's going to be close if we could somehow get it to make it, but... This force right here is pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab Adrenal Overload. We got +2 coming out, so let's go ahead and start getting more Zerglings. Oh, I thought my drone might have made it, but no, of course not. Actually, wait. Let's Nidus Worm it. Let's Nidus Worm it. That would be way smarter, I think. Okay, we do have extra minerals, so that means I can just keep remaking these. Oh, wait, Mutalisks. Get on the Jackson's Revenge. Yeah, the adrenal, yeah, not the adrenal, you know what I'm saying. So there's something that we have that makes these really, really useful. So it's like we're going to sit these groups right here.
Our forces are under attack.
We're rebuilding our spore things. We've got Jones at home.
Mutation.
We're going to send stuff through the Nidus, specifically drones. Oh, it did make it! Oh, baby! All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see if this army can make it happen. I think with the slick thing, yes, it will. It will work. What is doing splash damage to us? I gotta get down here. So did half of the attacks come from over here, or what? Oh, of course. Okay. Did I don't think I quick saved recently. But hey, this strategy is working. It's just the attacks are all over the place, like nearly unpredictable. I don't know. Anyway, I'd like to go for that second base on the left next for the optional objective. That's going to be the next thing. Okay, we're back. I think I'm in a slightly better spot because I have taken the time to get this base set up in advance. And yeah, this has been pretty rough. I think we can just go ahead and move all these drones. It seems like now that we've moved over here, they're primarily attacking me over here now. Though I'm not 100% sure. I do, yeah, okay. Now I'm 100% sure. Okay, so let's turn and get in here. And make sure we're using Slick's ability. And I'd like to move up and get this bonus objective. And get whatever help that it will allow us to have right now. Okay, so one major thing now also is just rebuilding our army. So we have some new Vespene coming in here, but not a ton. Yeah, see how, like, now primarily they're attacking us down here. We can make a boatload of spore colonies, though. Spore crawlers, whatever they're called in this game. Okay, let's get some queens. And I think, again, now that they're mostly leaving us alone here, we just move up with these queens. And then let's rebuild our Zerglings. Here comes an attack here. I see this. Every time they attack, just use Slick's ability, I'd say. And our Mutalisks can clean up. So now that we have these drones here, or I'm sorry, these queens here, they can help us repair all of our colonies that will slowly get wiped out. And I'd like to get Adrenal Overload. All of you, I guess, will just load in here. We don't need the worm anymore, so we can just rally everything up here. And I think we just need more Mutalisks and Zerglings. Lots and lots of Zerglings. I would love to get Ultralisks, but I definitely can't afford them right now. Let's wait for the next big attack and go and wipe this Terran outpost. And then we can go for the next Terrazine cluster. Having the Leviathan is nice. Yeah, this just does a giant burst, giant burst damage. Okay, so let's move on in. Again, just always use Slick's ability. Nice, that gets rid of the battle cruisers pretty fast.
We require more Vespene gas.
And we might as well just be spawning larvae here. So we've got good harvesting here. At least we're getting some extra money for this. Yeah, see, that's the AoE from the Jackson's Revenge that's scary. I would like to quick save, please. Just keep getting Zerglings. Yeah, they're just going to keep reinforcing this junk. And getting +3 Carapace would be nice, but not quite there yet. Okay, I think it's time that we make a run for the win. So let's try it. Not the win, but for this bonus objective. It feels like the win at this point. All right, go, 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 go. Jones, Kinetic Blast. The tanks. I think this works, and we'll see what we get for doing this. Slick said her brood would come and help us, so that's exciting.
You need something? I hear you.
Okay. Okay, she's coming in.
Our victory
Let's
is
start
assured.
+3 ground. Carapace. Oh.
Under attack.
There's our broodlords. Okay.
There is no need
These
for
forces
formality.
may be useful to our mission. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will be. I'm like 90% certain of it. Let's stay up here and ensure that this stuff doesn't get hit. And then again, Slick just used that extra HP ability. That's actually really useful. We could keep the push up in this direction and find their production, though to be honest, I don't think it's... I don't think they have production, if I'm being honest. Like, I actually think that it's just spawned attacks. I'm like 95% sure these attacks are spawned. Because they start with a ton of extra energy as well.
Mind, I hear you.
That's why it strikes me as kind of BS. But I'm not sure. Okay, we got the broodlords in here. I mean, I don't think our army can get much larger than it is, so the best we can do is quick save. Our mutalisks take out the battle cruisers real fast, let me tell you.
Something?
Okay, now they're at Thor's. Oh, but they don't have the anti-air that usually is the scariest portion of it. Oh my goodness. Can we stasis the battle cruisers? Never mind, we don't have to. Jones, quick, pick this up. I'm taking Terrazine, take care of things. Slick.
Under attack.
I think we're on track to beat this. This was very challenging and not in the right ways, unfortunately, in my opinion. Lieutenant, sir, I have an important message for you. Go ahead, Initiate. We received reports that your brother has been driven insane due to the 10 years he spent fighting against the communists. Not the communists! And what has he done, Initiate? Well, sir, he killed his wife. Your niece is now an orphan. Ethan wants to know if you still want to be a part of Project Black Flag due to this. Damn it, I knew that fool shouldn't have joined the army. Where's my niece's current location? Dunno, sir. Not sure how a girl her age would handle that much trauma. Tell Ethan that I haven't decided. I need time to absorb this. Yes, sir. Project Black Flag is the UED fleet that goes to Core Hall to take the Overmind. All that potential wasted because a fool was blinded by his insecurity. What? Do you mean PTSD? Is that what you're talking about, dog? Yeah, there's the spawned attacks. What do you recall, my lord? I was told that by a UED initiate that my brother killed his wife and that my niece is now an orphan. I feel bad for her. Why? That her only family left on Earth and the fact that she lost her family. You don't know that I left her on Earth. I may have brought her along to the Kaprulu sector. I know I'm not the smartest around, but I think that means she's dead.
There is no need for formality. You need something? Speak.
Start pushing over here. Let's not make assumptions. Let's find out ourselves. Okay. Up here. And this is where we have to probably start ensuring that we leave stuff behind, because this one is way out of the way, unfortunately. Ah, they're stuck. That's right, assholes. But I'd love to go and get this extra base down here, so let's float on back. We've got a lot of stuff in different locations. Did not hit all my Zerglings like I would have liked it to. There's probably another enemy attack on its way. Let's just keep quick saving so we can always turn around if we want. Let's go and grab this bonus and wait for Nakaria's thing to be up, or maybe we should back up. I wish I could make my own broodlords. We are fully upgraded.
Speak freely. There is no need for formality.
I think what I'm gonna do is just set up a bunch more spore colonies. Crawlers. Okay, Nakaria's thing is up. Yeah, this is where they reinforce the errant things from. So get in there. And I think we have enough stuff. They've got a lot in here. Holy shit. Jones and Nakaria back up. This is why we quick save though, because there's and they've got the AoE missile turrets as well. It looks like whatever came to attack us is gone, so we're gonna be able to wipe this out. I'm gonna get more Mutalisks. And okay, so we got this. We fought back whatever enemy attack was coming, so let's move back. We're gonna get some more units. Mutalisks is what I'm talking about, and hopefully Broodlords. Ooh, Devourers, that's cool. They may benefit. Yeah, their attack doesn't benefit from our upgrades, unfortunately. May these forces be useful in our mission. You've done it, my lord. The Terran outposts have been crushed by the might of the swarm. So I think this map is very interesting. It's definitely got that downward spiral. Once you make it halfway there, you're in good shape. Indeed, they have. Now let's focus on collecting the Terrazine. Looks like up here. As you will. Let's back up just in case and take care of this. We just have to theoretically pick up the last of the Terrazine, though, so we shouldn't have to worry about too much left. Our defense actually can take care of most of this. But there's a couple things on this map. Number one, you can't build the Broodlords like they are advertised. Number two, you need to follow a very specific strategy to win. The Mutalisks with the anti-armor seem absolutely crucial, and if you don't build them, probably going to have a challenging time. I tried the Guardians, doesn't work. Very hard to get out of your base otherwise, and you need a lot of anti-air because they're non-stop battle cruisers, which can Yamato you multiple times, actually. So there's like a combination of things that make this challenging, but I don't like to just say that things are, it's too hard. It's not about it being too hard. It's being hard for not necessarily good reasons, and that's how I would describe it. Let's just pick this up and not worry about our base. And that should do it. We can start walking back now. And this should be the end, and we shouldn't have to worry about that attack, but we'll see. Maybe an infested Terran can lead the swarms better than a broodmother. Ah, slick. Such a waste of time. Aw. For this infested Terran to be better than Slick, I'll have to cleanse it of its previous life. Yes, that is what I'll do. What have you remembered, my lord? You were a failed experiment, and I was to replace you. I figured as much. Kerrigan was the one to block my memories. She said that would make me better than you, Slick. That's what Kerrigan's good at. She took advantage of both of us. Can you sense any more Terrazine, Slick? I need to know what happened to my niece. I can, my lord. It's in the middle of the Terran's main base. But didn't you recall what happened to your niece? Didn't she become an orphan? She did, but I need closure. Have your forces finished mustering in orbit? They have. Shall I send them to assault the Terran base? Yes. Let's see this Kenny run home screaming. And the enemies aren't really contextualized. It's not clear who these folks are. But we are about to see them get obliterated, which is going to be really satisfying, because they're a bunch of assholes, this map. Okay, so I guess I'm not boss at trio. Really, they just had to attack my base. Wow. Just wow. Bug bastards. So you talk first? I talk first? Give up, Terran. The swarm has beaten you. I want him left alive, Slick. I need some answers first. What's your story, and why have you wiped out the Tal'Darim defenders here? My story? Well, once upon a time, little Kenneth was born in a hospital. Not your entire story. I just want to know why you're here collecting Terrazine. Jeez, someone's not having a good time with their thin crust pizza they call a face. Kenny. Alright, alright. I was born on Earth and quickly got involved with the Soul Raiders. I became the lead engineer shortly after. I thought I could make big bucks fighting the UED, but I didn't. Then I learned that Tracy, the leader of the Soul Raiders, wanted to take over the Caprulu sector and establish a new government, not steal a bunch of money. Once the Soul Raiders reached the Caprulu sector, I defected. Found the Kalmorian Combine after that. They wanted the big bucks. They used slavery to gain their wealth, and a lot of it too. They realized that Terrazine is worth a motherlord now, so they hired mercenaries and a Black Ops force, which now you've killed. So, you're ex-Soul Raiders? Correct, Daddy-O. Despite how irritating you are, Kenny, I'll let you live on one condition. And what might that be, Melting Pot? You give me that last dose of Terrazine you have. Sure. Oh, that was easy. Really? Just like that? Of course, I ain't dying to no bugs. I'll just let my hundreds of peers die to bugs. Oh, Jones, soon I will rule the Combine, and I'll come after you and Slick. I'll await the day. But Terran, how are you going to get off world without a ship? I once survived an entire winter living inside a cow. I'll find a way. Kenny always finds a way. Well, that was an experience. Why didn't you kill him, my lord? He said he would hunt us down. I gave him a chance, Slick. Yes, he attacked us when we got here, but I saw the good in him. He can learn from his mistakes. If not, then we can kill him. Noted, my lord. Now, let's see what I can remember now. Your daughter's the leader, or your niece is the leader of the Soul Raiders. You called me, Ethan? Yes, I've recently received intel on your niece. What about her? She's the leader of the Soul Raiders. Yep. Well, I think we knew this from a previous mission. Tracy would have never joined the Soul Raiders. According to our mole, she's been with them for a few years. That would explain why she's been missing for so long. It's probably when Godric killed Martha. Probably. I've already informed Dougal and Stukov that the Soul Raiders have left Earth and are heading for the Caprulu sector. Are you going with them? Yes, maybe I can talk some sense into her. I'm the last of her family, so... You might have to put her down, Jones. I'm going, Ethan. Alright, I suggest you get ready then. We're not going to see the beautiful Jones-Ethan budding romance? My lord, are you alright? My niece is Tracy, leader of the Soul Raiders. Look on the bright side. At least she's not dead. So, what are we going to do? She may think I'm a monster, but I don't think all of her thinks that. There must be some part of my niece still in there. So we're going to take the fight to them? Yes, but if we're going to have a chance to reach Tracy, we're going to need a lot more forces. And how are we going to do that? By taking back our queen. We're going to take back Kerrigan. Hello, Jones. Tracy, how are you contacting me? Our side transmitters serve many purposes. One of them is hacking into the hive mind. Oh, that's right. They're the ones that took control of Kerrigan, so... The Soul Raiders have control of most of the swarm. I assume you've learned the truth? Yes, I'm sorry Godric killed Martha. Now you understand why I didn't want to kill you. You're all I've got. Join us, and we can be a family again. You know I can't do that. I do have a question, though. What? You said we personally met on Core back on Gahoth. How can that be if I'm your uncle? How do you pronounce that? Someone needs to clarify this for me. PowerCore X, please tell me. I told you that because I didn't want to tell you the truth. We did meet on Core though. You tried to convince me to join the UED before it was too late. Now I'm asking you one last time. Join us. I'm sorry, Tracy. Your Soul Raiders must be stopped. Then my mom was always right about you. You're stubborn. Yeah, well, your mom's dead, so shut up. Even the truth can't change your mind. What I feared has become reality. Fine, have it your way. If you don't want to be saved, then you're dead to me. Next time we meet, expect no mercy. You're nothing to me. Never have. I will save you, Tracy. You have my word. You can try. I like that ending. You can try. As a challenging map, and it's hard for me to coalesce my thoughts because I spent a lot of time off camera. So it's a long mission, and then I also had to spend a lot of extra time catching back up and restarting the map and that kind of stuff. I got stuck when I took the first set of Terrazine and the enemy redirected their attacks to that new base. I replayed that about 6 times off camera, so to be honest, my mindset about the map is probably not the best right now for really good feedback. But that, I think, alone does kind of speak for my thoughts on the map, which is, again, I don't want to say, like, it's too hard. That's really vague, and it can mean many things, because I wanted to emphasize that I don't think it's too hard in a way that could be, like, slightly toned down. I don't think it's like the attack waves need to be made smaller or anything. I just think that, I think the map needs an extra element, because it seems like each of these maps in Shadow of Liberty, they've gotten more, they've gone on, they've just gotten harder by just throwing extra units into the attack waves. And then giving the enemy AI bizarre amounts of powers, like they all have cellular reactors, so the BCs can Yamato twice, and the Ravens can throw out 4 Seeker missiles all in a row. That kind of stuff. Like, just get rid of that. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Like, let them Yamato once, and also disable the Yamato on heroes. Stuff like that, where when it happens and you lose a hero to a Yamato, you just roll your eyes and you're like, well, I just lost 25 minutes or something like that. Just little things like that, I think, you just remove those, and I think you improve the playability significantly. And also, I mean, rather than just making the enemy attacks enormous, you could consider some sort of mechanic to the map that either adds not necessarily a timing challenge, but something that forces the player to move to the objective so that they don't sit in their base and macro for a million years. Because that's what I think the large attack waves are trying to accomplish. Like, you can't survive against this forever, so you got to get out there and try to get these objectives, right? That makes sense. But again, the way that it's implemented now, where the enemy attacks are built in such a way that you have to build a very particular combination of units to survive against them. So again, I think the map is good the way it is. The plot develops, it continues. That's good. I actually like Kenny as a character, and I think he would be an interesting injection to some other portion of the campaign. And I like Jones and the Broodmother, and how they're both kind of like the failed proteges of Kerrigan, working together now. I think I like that quite a bit. Again, it was just like minor things. The enemy attack waves. Again, I think the gimmick, quote unquote, of this map is that, oh, there's huge enemy attacks. So I get that. But you can't stop them. You can't attack into a base to destroy production to slow them down. You can't do anything to give yourself any sort of breather to move on. And then they redirect when you don't necessarily expect it. Like, they redirected to my expansion, even though it was out of their way to do. And going down the middle path would have just been a straighter, cleaner approach to my base. So it's just unpredictable in that way. And again, I spent a lot of extra time off camera having to replay this. But ultimately, again, I see a foundation here that I think is good. Just some tweaks here and there to remove a bit of the frustration and maybe consider some other kind of mechanic, again, to incorporate into the main objective. All right, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.